Hi there guys, it's Joel here from Aussie Chart Trends. Today's market update is for Wednesday the 28th of November 2012. Today we're going to take a look at the S&P and the asx200. Before we do that though, I've just got to remind everyone that aussiecharttrends.com.au and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I'm not a licensed professional. You need to make your own decisions regarding your investments. I'm just here to help anyone searching for a practical direction in today's markets. So guys, firstly, let's just take a look at the hourly chart of the S&P 500. Here we can see we've been looking at this inverted head and shoulders pattern with our left shoulder here, our head here, our right shoulder with our breakout. Now, we are looking for a target around that 1430 area, maybe a smidgen higher, to meet up with this expected area of resistance. Now, this pattern, the target of this pattern is measured by measuring the depth of this move and then adding that onto where the market broke out. And as you can see, the S&P has broke out over this blue neckline that I've got drawn. Now, we may be doing one of two things. We may be coming back down to backtest either this orange line again or to backtest this blue line before heading on back up. Now, we may not get that backtest, but technically speaking, after a breakout of a neckline, you would expect that the market would come down for a back test and then the market should head on up to that target. Now, I do give these patterns a 70-75% ratio that they will work and that the market may reach this target of around that 1430 area. So the S&P is looking fairly healthy at the moment. We may see a little bit more whipsaw action here, but I think if we're going to head any lower, then if we broke this blue neckline, we'd have to reassess this pattern. Let's take a look at the asx200 and see what's going on in that market. Looking here on the hourly chart of the asx200, we can clearly see in today's trade, we broke our descending channel line, and then the market started to rally at the end of the day. A typical behavior for a broken channel, especially a rising one, is that you would see a back test either on this area here, and then the markets may want to resist back down. But I'm not at all really concerned about this move, not at the moment anyway. I think that the asx200 is looking fairly healthy and that we do have plenty of room to move on up. Now, an area that I would expect to be resistance would be this neckline here. Now, if I just extend this neckline out a bit, just out here, we could expect that that 4,500 area would act as an area of resistance. Now, in today's update, I'm going to draw a new trend line, and that trend line, I'll just draw it from this left area over here, and I'll add this over to this area here. Now, if the asx200 can come up and take out this yellow line, which in fact I'll make blue, just to make the chart look a little bit more easier, we can see here that this neckline here, if this gets taken out, we would then have a target for the asx200 to head on up. Just do a rough estimate here. By measuring the depth of this pattern, we'd be looking at a left shoulder here, a head, a right shoulder, and then a breakout over this area. Now, if we did get that breakout to the upside, well, we would be looking at that 4,595 area, 4,600 area as a minimum expected target for the asx200 to move up. So guys, the market is looking fairly bullish at the moment. I would like to see that this shoulder over here a bit more rounded. If we can come down and maybe go a bit more sideways, then come up and take this area of resistance out around that 4,465 area, I would say then with a nice sufficient back test, we would start to rally on up. But we just keep in mind we do have this area here of resistance on the chart around that 4,500 area, which the asx200 may struggle to get over. The reason being is because all the people that bought shares over in this area on a tag of this line, they're all seeing their positions go into the red. Now the market's rallying on back up to this area. and they're thinking, well, I'd rather break even right now, and then that would create a small sell-off. So let's see if the asx200 can keep that momentum up. Even though we did see that little bit of a pullback today, I think the asx200 is looking fairly good right now. And just to keep it even, if you're bearish on this market, just things to look out for is a failure of this inverted head and shoulders pattern. And say if we were to break above this area and then fail back down and take out this blue line down here, well, that would be a head and shoulders topping formation, which would send the markets down in a rapid spiral to the downside. So that's just something to consider and keep in mind. But for the moment, guys, I mean, we've got over this long-term downtrend line, and I think at the moment the S&P 500 is looking quite healthy as well, and that we could expect to see a move up. But let's just trust in the charts and see what happens in the following days ahead. So guys, that pretty much wraps up today's market update. I hope that you guys are enjoying these updates. If you like these updates, just click the subscribe button on YouTube. That way I know that you're benefiting from these videos and that you're actually actively watching these videos. So guys, thanks very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another free daily market update.